This is TPR Live. We have Cooper Greenberg in the studio today. Happy Friday, Cooper.
Happy Friday.
Thanks for being here today.
Thank you so much.
So let's just start off with a little bit of history about how long you've been playing music.
Yeah. Well, I started playing guitar when I was 7, so almost 15 years.
Wow.
And it's kind of the only instrument that I really, know about. I mean, I dabble here and there, but then started singing and playing kind of seriously middle of high school. And
is that when you started performing about high school?
Yeah. I mean, I played stuff here and there, but then really with a band and then solo gigs I started about sophomore year and then kind of went from there.
Okay. And before we hear the first track, would you describe your sound a little bit? What do you call it genre-wise?
I mean, it's tough. I love blues and jazz, so sometimes that's kind of where I go. But I also I love the alt country vibe and everything. So I try and combine all those into one, and little elements of cool stuff here and there.
Very cool. Yeah. Let's hear what are you gonna play the first song?
This first song is called Coopenhagen. I wrote it actually when I was in high school, and it's kind of stuck around since then. So. Hey girl, don't you know that I'm the boy that you need? Don't make me beg you, baby, don't you make me plead. I got ways that I can love you no one else can touch. The way that you push me away, girl, it hurts so much. Such a shame that we can't be. Such a shame, but you don't see. My heart's broken and stolen and beaten and cheated and taunted and flaunted, yeah. Such a shame that we can't be what I want, yeah. Things that we do, they are real, they are true. So why did let this wall stand between me and you? I got things to tell you, baby, you don't want to miss about the way that my heart lingers, just waiting for your kiss. Such a shame that we can't be. Such a shame, but you don't see. My heart's broken and stolen and beaten and cheated and taunted and flaunted, yeah. Such a shame that we can't be what I want, yeah. They separate us like the moon and the sun. And your stubborn heart keeps telling you that I can't be the one. But when you put your hand in mine, everything, it feels so right. And we both know that I should be the one that's kissing you tonight. It's such a shame that we can't be. Such a shame, but you don't see. My heart's broken and stolen, beaten, cheated, and taunted and flaunted, yeah. Such a shame that we can't be what I want. Yeah.
This is Cooper Greenberg in the studio for TPR Live today. That was awesome.
Thank you.
We're all over the place.
Yeah,
I read online that a lot of your lyrics and songs are personal, like storytelling style. Is that the majority of your songs, and was that reflected in the song we just heard?
Yeah, you know, I think you can tell when like a song is true versus kind of like an archetypal situation that everybody can relate to, and I think sometimes it's kind of that intersection. Like that song definitely was like a personal thing for me, but I also think, you know, it's easy to relate to at a certain, you know, certain degree. But yeah, I try and write stuff based on just personal experiences and like feelings and emotions, and
That's where you draw inspiration from yourself and maybe stories of other people around you, or are they? Yeah.
I think my favorite songwriters have always been able to do that and maybe embody somebody else's experience, but like pay tribute to it in a very respectful way. And I don't know, I think that's
telling their
where
stories.
The best songs come from. Yeah, for sure.
What's your songwriting process like? Does it take a while? Is it like a quick burst of?
Yeah, it takes a while. It takes way too long, and it gets annoying.
You write the music first or the lyrics first?
I generally I'll work on a guitar part for a really long time and get it to where it's transformed and it's just kind of where I like it, and base a melody off of the guitar part. Like do something that kind of complements the guitar part, because I want it to be, you know, I want the guitar to be intricate and melodic and everything. But I think creating a melody for the vocals and then going where like the theme from that just gives me the vibe of, and base lyrics off of that.
Yeah, your guitar playing is so fantastic. It almost sounds like the guitar is singing, you know, also. It's got its own melody.
Yeah,
do you play most songs with vocals too, or do you do some instrumentals sometimes?
I've done some instrumentals, and there's some stuff that like I just never really felt good about vocals with, and I tried a lot, and it just kind of turned out to be more something that I think the guitar kind of speaks for itself.
Absolutely. I feel that way too.
Yeah.
So what are you going to play for us next?
So this next one is a song called Dream Sequence, and I recently started recording a new project over at Matador Studios in town. And the guys over there are the best, and we've kind of just like locked ourselves in there and built all these songs together. And this is the first one that we started doing over there, and it's kind of the first one that created like the whole theme for what that project's going to be. So pretty excited. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
When you are away from me, there's no other place I could call my home. So I sit and wait every day till the time that I get you alone. When you are away from me, there's nobody else I could call my own. And you leave life that way every day. It's something that I can't explain.
Greenberg in the studio today, and the name of that song again?
Dream Sequence.
And you said it's going to be the first on the album that you're currently still recording?
Yeah, recording right now. We're in there yesterday doing some heavier stuff from that, but yeah, it's kind of supposed to set the whole mood.
Do you have an anticipated release date at all, or is it still kind of coming
Not
together?
really. I mean, I have a time that I'd love to get it out there, but I think at this point we're just trying to make it perfect, you know, and not rush it at any point. So I'd love to do something by the end of this year, but I'm not going to rush it.
And is this a departure sound-wise from what you've previously released, or is this...
Yeah, I mean, everything that I've released prior has been, like, self-recorded. I kind of invested some money in a little setup for myself a few years back and kind of did everything there. Nobody else was on it because it was just all guitar and vocal. But this time, I've got some really good friends of mine that have come in and put down drums or just other instruments, and it's much more collaborative, which has been really cool. And Tommy and Juan over there have done a ton in terms of, like, building it with me, so it's cool. I mean, I'm very excited about it.
And is this going to be released under your name? Because you also play with the full band called Favorite
so it'll be
Son?
under my name, but there's some of the guys from Favorite Son, the band, who have recorded on there too. And so it'll be cool to kind of use some of these songs and make them our own when we do live shows and do different versions. It'll be fun.
So when you perform nowadays, are you more often still performing as yourself, solo, or are you playing more with the full band? How does that work out?
I mostly play solo gigs, and then every once in a while we'll do something together, and we've got some cool stuff planned right now. But I do solo gigs as kind of my bread and butter usually.
What's the difference between playing just by yourself and with the full band?
It's like both are so fun and like the best. But playing solo, it's fun because I don't really go off like a set list or anything. I just kind of do whatever I feel like in the moment, which is always good because it keeps things interesting. But on the other hand, playing with the band, they're such good musicians that it's fun to just kind of like step back and see what they're doing and trade off solos and jam, but also, it's like a different feeling of accomplishment, like playing with some great musicians. So.
Yeah, different venues too, different kinds of venues.
Yeah, so I play at the Rustic like a bunch, like almost every week, and that's always a solo gig, and so that's awesome. But they're usually places like that, like restaurant, bar, venue combos, and some other places here and there. But then when we do band stuff, it's usually at like a venue.
That's cool that you can do both, though.
Yeah, no, they're all great. So
very cool.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna play for us next?
This song's called Golden Apple, and this was on the last release that I put out. But
when was that?
December 2016.
Okay.
So, a while back. But I wrote this song when I lived in Nashville. I went to school there for my freshman year and met some awesome musicians. And this kind of a song that I tried to embody, like all the weird feelings that I was feeling, like being away from San Antonio, and my family and all my friends and stuff. So let's go Apple. I was tired yesterday, I won't make no change today, 'cause I don't know which way to go. With all these reasons not to stay. Once again, my pride's been hurt, and every time it's getting worse. But still I'm calling out your name. I made a habit from your own game. And even though it's only a day, I'm gonna be there anyway. 'Cause it's the hardest thing to do, to be so far away from you. Well, I won't play you around no more with distorted visions from before. The relics I have left of you have broken down to wood and glue. And every time you slip my mind, and my memory strikes me blind, I get this sentimental dream, and I'm too weak to disagree. It's the hardest thing to do, to be so far away from you. Of all the open air I see, there's not a place near you for me.
This is TPR Live, Texas Public Radio's live music, local music spotlighting, and this is Cooper Greenberg in the studio today. Thanks again for being here.
Thank you so much for having
So
me.
that song was Golden Apples?
Golden Apple, yeah.
And you wrote it in Nashville. We were talking earlier about how a lot of your songs are based on personal experiences. And I think that people can relate to that, though, the concept that you're just singing about.
Yeah, it's really tough being like far away from people and places that you just want to be around. And I really missed, I really missed my dogs when I was there. And that was like the first like thing that kind of came to my mind, is just that like intense feeling of longing and just like wanting to be home and everything.
And everybody's felt that at some
Yeah.
point, which makes your song super relatable.
Yeah.
So who are some of your influences?
Well, I really love like Jeff Tweedy and Wilco. It's kind of a big one for me. Radiohead, Sturgill Simpson, Elvis Costello. You know, like some of those Townes Van Zandt, singer-songwriters, but also people with a huge mind for what can take place within a song, you know, and just build an entire atmosphere around something simple or complex. I mean, just creating something beautiful. I think all those songwriters. Also, you know Mitski? Mm-hmm. She's like my favorite person in the world right now. So
That's really interesting.
Yeah, she's put out such like amazing stuff for all of her albums, and I spent some time like following her around on tour earlier this summer.
That's fun.
Which was awesome. It was so cool. And we saw her in Santa Fe and El Paso and Marfa and stuff, and so
That's really cool.
like her songwriting, I think, is some of the best right now and huge inspiration for me, I think.
So I see you play a lot of gigs. Is this a full-time thing for you, or is it sort of a side gig?
Yeah, right now it's full-time. I just graduated from UT, and
Congrats.
so thank you. And so it's cool to have a little bit of time to just really focus on playing and recording and just trying to get as much out there as possible before I kind of make some other step. I'm thinking about applying to some grad programs and all that, so I wanted to set aside some time to really be able to focus, which has been really cool, and all the gigs that I've been playing have been really fun. So
Where are some of your favorite places to play in either San Antonio area or outside of it?
You know, talked about the Rustic. It's hard to beat in terms of like the sound quality and the stage and everything.
And brunch.
Yeah, seriously. And then I play at Silo a lot, and the guys over there are just some of the nicest people, and I love being there. But I don't know. I mean, also, there's some about Brick that's awesome. I love doing shows over at Brick, and some of the places on the Strip. Limelight's always cool. There's not very many places that I don't like to... Like, I don't feel bad about not playing places that I don't want to play, but all the places that I've been in the last couple of years have all been pretty awesome. And I think San Antonio's got a really good variety of places to play and see shows. You know?
I agree with that diverse amount of venues too. Yeah.
For sure.
So you mentioned earlier that you have gigs at the Rustic pretty much every week. Where can people see you live? Do you have any upcoming shows, or is it a regular gig that you have?
Well, Rustic, actually, in August, they're doing Women in Music, so
cool.
I'm not a woman, so I'm not going to be playing.
Yeah.
But
take a month off there.
Yeah, but you know, those will be some cool shows there. There's a lot of cool people. But
I hadn't heard that. That's really cool.
I'm playing a bunch. Like, I'm trying to think. Well, for sure, next month showcase, that'll be cool. But in the meantime, there's a place called Chicks. It's a meat market. I'll be playing out there. It's a cool place.
Cool. That sounds like an interesting gig.
Yeah, I mean, I have everything on my website. I'm sorry that I'm blanking right now.
No, it's fine. What is the website?
It's just CooperGreenberg.com.
CooperGreenberg.com.
Yeah.
Cool. So people can find all your
all my
upcoming
dates
shows
will be in
there.
and stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What you have one more for us, right?
Yeah, so it's a cover, and I was talking about Sturgill a little bit, Sturgill Simpson, and he's like my guidepost as a human being. And so this is the first song I heard by him, one of my favorites by him, Turtles All the Way Down. I don't know if you've heard that. You know that song? It's the best. It's so good. Yeah.
Cool. Look forward to it.
Here you go. I seen Jesus play with flames in a lake of fire. I was standing. I met the devil in Seattle. Spent 9 months inside the lion's den. Made booty at another time. Show me glowing light within. But I swear that God was there every time I go to the eyes of my best friend. Says my son, it's all been done. Well, someday gonna wake up old and gray. sunshine, have some fun. Sure wants everyone you meet and greet and cheat along the way. There's a getaway in our minds, at least somewhere out there, far beyond this place, where reptile aliens made of light, they cut you open and pull out all your pain. They tell me how you make it legal, something that we all make in our brains. Some say it might go crazy, then again it might make you go sane. Every time I take a look inside that old fabled book, I'm blinded and reminded of pain caused by some old man in the sky. Marijuana, LSD, psilocybin, and DMT, they all change the way I see. Love's the only thing that ever saved my life. So don't waste your mind on nursery rhymes, fairy tales, blood and wine. These turtles all the way down the line. So we still run, we go home. These other rounds our souls must roam, to and through the myth that we all call space and time.
Awesome. Again, this has been Cooper Greenberg in the studio with us today. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
And the website where people can find more information and all your upcoming shows?
Yep, coopergreenberg.com.
Coopergreenberg.com. Okay, well, awesome.
Thank you.
Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you very much. You
Absolutely.
too.